Hi everyone, welcome to the Highlights from Ukraine podcast, your daily audio summary of the latest news reported in the Ukrainian media. My name is Artem, and here is the news. 1,072 days less the Russian invasion of Ukraine. To 9 has risen the death toll following the Russian airstrike on an apartment building in Sumy, reports Suspilne. 14 people have been injured, among them a child. Among the victims are 3 couples, a 74-year-old man and his 69-year-old wife, a 65-year-old man and his 64-year-old wife, and a 61-year-old man and his 61-year-old wife. After that, the prosecutor's office reported that more bodies were discovered, including the mother of an 8-year-old girl who was injured in the attack. 14 people have been injured overall. A Russian drone hit an apartment building in Sumy on the night of 29th on 30th January. 13 people were injured in the Russian attack on the civilian infrastructure of the city of Kramatorsk in Donetsk Oblast, reports Zmina. Among the victims are at least 2 children. Swedish Defense Minister Paul Jonsson announced a new aid package for Ukraine worth about $1.25 billion, reports European Pravda. Jonsson stressed that this is the largest aid package since the start of the full-scale Russian invasion in February 2022. He noted that Russia currently holds the initiative in the war. Therefore, he believes that Europe should take more responsibility for supporting Ukraine. The minister informed that Sweden will also invest in Ukrainian drones and long-range missiles. Jonsson added that Ukraine will receive a package from the Swedish armed forces consisting of 16 combat boats, 1,500 anti-tank missiles, 146 trucks, and 200 armor-piercing shells. In May, Sweden announced plans to allocate roughly $6.8 billion in military aid to Ukraine for 2024-2026. Meanwhile, Lithuania has transferred short-range portable anti-aircraft missile systems with missiles for them to Ukraine. Yesterday, the Lithuanian Ministry of Defense announced the transfer of vital support to Ukraine. They also noted that Lithuania plans to support Ukraine's needs for air defense, ammunition and drones in 2025. In addition, the country plans to simultaneously support Ukraine's defense industry by financing weapons produced in Ukraine. At the end of November 2024, Lithuania transferred a new batch of military assistance to Ukraine with generators, spare parts for M113 armored personnel carriers, weapons and ammunition. We would really appreciate if you could recommend us to your friends and family, as well as share information on social media. This way more people would learn about the podcast and truth about Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Filip Antosiak, a 19-year-old Polish military volunteer, has been killed in action near Pokrovsk, Donetsk Oblast, reports TSN. Antosiak left his studies in Cambridge in the UK, where his family resides, to join a Ukrainian strike drone unit of the 25th Airborne Brigade. Filip's parents noted that after completing his studies, he said he was planning a career in the British Army, but later admitted that he had gone to Ukraine. Quote, "He was very proud to help people here in this country. He always talked about it when he called us. In his first letter he wrote to us after he went to Ukraine, he apologized for telling us a lie for the first time in his life, and that was his plan. It's very hard for us, but we are proud of our son," unquote, says Marcin, Filip's father. On 30th January, a funeral service for Filip Antosiak was held at the St. Michael's Golden Domed Cathedral in Kyiv, followed by a procession to Independence Square. During the ceremony, the national anthems of Ukraine and Poland were played in succession, and his coffin was draped with the flags of both nations. Filip's parents attended the funeral, as did representatives of the Polish consulate and various Polish organizations in Ukraine. The parents were presented with a posthumous award for Filip from Alexander Syrsky, Commander-in-Chief of the Ukrainian Armed Forces. Filip will be buried in Poland. Thank you for listening to the Highlights from Ukraine podcast. We're a commercial initiative of just 2 people, and we need your help to grow. Share information about the podcast, rate us in the app, subscribe to our Patreon. With your support, we are getting better. We call on you to demand from governments of your countries to impose the toughest sanctions possible on Russia and its citizens to stop their invasion of Ukraine.